Alright, back again for the sand casting. Now, the last video that you saw, the last part showed me attempting to cast train coupler, and it actually turned out halfway ugly. But you know what? Surprisingly, it worked. I can't even show it to you because I ran out of time to do a video and I wanted to use the coupler on our train, so I took it up north and put it on our train. But I will be going up north tomorrow, so I'll be able to do a video showing the coupler in use. Now, I had to go back and do a little more reading and figured out what I had forgot in the steps, with the S at the end, the steps that I had screwed up. And we're going to fix that now. So, basically, just to give you guys a little close-up here, this is the train coupler that we're going to be copying. Now, if you can see, you see the seam right there. What that actually means is this was not cast as one, or the mold was not made in one piece. You actually had to make two separate halves. So, while this is not pretty, I'm not going for pretty, I'm going for complete and functional. So what I did is I pretty much tried casting each half in just the half, and then afterwards I went at it with the grinder and Scotch-Brite wheel and buffed and tried and smoothed it out and evened it up as much as I could. Like I say, it's not pretty, but it works. So now, how do we turn two of these, each half, into one of these? Well, let's see if this is going to be my first time doing this. Hopefully I'm doing this the correct way. And I read a whole bunch of stuff online. So, start with our box and choose a side. And I'm going to put the larger side, so you can see one side is it's a little bit larger, and you face that to make it easier to flip over without breaking the mold. Just put a thin sheet of wood there, so you put flat down there. Nice and simple, right? Yep. Left this open. Shoot, it was humid out yesterday. Oh, good, nice and powdery yet. A little bit of separating powder, or actually, in my case, well, talc apparently works good, so I'm using Angel of Mine baby powder from the dollar store, as that has talc in it. And I got lots of baby powder as I got two little kids, but I use the cornstarch one, a little better for their skin, especially the ones that are allergic to everything. So there, simple, hey? Maybe a little more separate. Petrobond is cheap, so if I thin it out a little bit, plus I can always add a little more oil to it. So, let's see. I gotta go around the other side of the camera here for a second. Got to declump the bond after I made those two halves a couple days ago. So, mix that up real nice. Even after a couple of uses, I can tell it's starting to not hold as well. I have to read up on what oil to add to Petrobond. think I read one place it just said mineral oil, but it didn't seem right. There we go. Alright, so we got our train coupler down there. Next step. And now I saw some people used a like a screen. We're not making stuff that perfect. So yep, see, I already screwed up. I have my mold upside down. Oh well. Let's just start like that. Nope, didn't work. No big deal. You can tell I've probably screwed this up a few times. But hey, we're refining the process. That's what it's all about, right? And that's why I'm doing it on this nice big board here. Makes cleanup. Well, cleanup still sucks. Who actually likes cleaning up? It's more fun making mess, right? And we're what? We're guys. That's what we do. We make messes, build stuff. That's what makes the world go round. And as you are all already fully aware, I am no professional at this. I'm learning as I'm going. And I'm hoping some of you are learning from my mistakes, so you don't make my mistakes. There, no big deal. Alright, do over. Yeah, I had it upside down, so I wouldn't have been able to put the clamps back on. There. Right side up. A little more talc. Popcorn tin works, as I am using it currently, fairly well for holding all the Petrobond. Since there's no water in Petrobond, hence Petro is a petroleum-based product. There's no rusting there. Paint stick works good for leveling. Fill in all the nooks and crannies. Remember, don't worry about spilling your sand out. That's why you're hopefully doing this on a table of some sort. Something to tamper it down with. After this pour, I'm definitely going to have to remix. You know what? Let's get that furnace going. It's going to take a little while to get up to 1100 degrees. It's all my slag. Man, I don't know why I didn't play in the sandbox more as a kid. Just about done. Just don't want the backside falling out when I flip her over. Yeah, it's alright to apparently have the backside up too high. There. The reason it's alright, you take your paint stick, and now what I read is you want to do in kind of a cutting motion. Oh, this paint stick really sucks. Couldn't come up with anything straighter, huh? There we go. Half done. Alright. Moment of truth. Let's do that. Flip it. Huh. Here we go. Alright. Doesn't look as good as I was hoping, but make some corrections. I don't know how the hell I'm supposed to get that out. That's going to be fun. First time's always the hardest. Alright. Let's see. So, apparently a little more separating powder, because next we're going to put this bugger and line that sucker up. I'm going to go a little overboard on this one. I'm only looking to do one pour tonight. I only get time to do one pour a night at most. So, next, the shackles. Let's see, which side do I got this the right direction? 50-50 shot of getting it right, and of course, every single time I've done it, got it wrong. Maybe I should just mark it. Oh yeah, that talc gets in there. Alright, let's see. It's lined up about the best I'm going to get it. I think at some point I might drill 2 tiny little holes and put some sort of dowel or pin in so I can line up the 2 halves. Then again, how many of these couplers am I going to really make? How often? Yeah, and I suppose another thing I could do is just make the coupler molds out of like a plaster of Paris of some sort. It's about as good as I can really tell. I don't think I'm going to have a... I guess it really doesn't matter if I have... Yeah, it does matter. I have enough sand. My molds might be a little too big. Right, well, or technically the part's too small. Suppose I could make a... smaller top mold. That's it, we're sandless. Sandless in Seattle. No, I was sleepless in Seattle. How many of you viewers are old enough to remember that movie? That is sad. Man, did I hate that movie. When I was little, my parents had that on TV. Well, I guess HBO reruns movies constantly. Back in the 80s, there was no Netflix, so it was either HBO or whatever is on regular public broadcast television and cable crap. Alright, so apparently I'm out of sand. Ideally, I would want this to come up nice and even because I'm going to have to take it off and apart. Maybe. Did it well enough. Let's see. Let's check our... It's warming up. Not melting yet. Only at 500 degrees. Good thing I started that already. Alright. Cross your fingers, everybody. Make some room. Might as well do this again. Oh, how about that? Nice. Sort of. Apparently that stayed out. Problem is that little piece of coupler didn't stick. So let's see if I can. Like I say, I'm out of sand. Don't have too many choices. £15 of sand doesn't go as far as one would expect. Afraid of. It's a darn little. Every single time it's this little part of the coupler that gets me. Though I suppose if I have to, I can always drill that out. Shoot. Damn! Nope. Screwed that up. Because I had that empty space with no sand on the other side. Mold just fell down. Yeah, I suppose not having enough sand kind of sucks. I suppose I also could just not tamp it down as much. So that's what I'll have to do. Learning experience, everybody. Learning experience. Still got about 8 minutes before. Hey, oh, what the... Shoot. I think I might be needing to get a bigger workspace if I do a lot of this stuff. Where's the box? again. Put a little more inside there this time. It's more like baking a cake, hey? Check our aluminum here. No, 700 degrees. Still got a little ways to go. Get it nice and pourable. This time. Just tamp it real good over the parts. There. Should help a little. It's not going to be a lot, but let's see. Let's see what happens. Nope. The whole thing just comes right out. Meaning the block of sand literally just stays if I made as if I made a brick. So, yep, it is necessary. Oh, I know, cardboard. Let's see what kind of cardboard I got. Get cardboard, I guess. Bubble envelope. No. Well, let's just take our luck. Oh, wait. Nope, too big. Oh, see, it's something I can look into fixing for the next time. There's got to be something I can shove in there. Metal. Oh, she's a melting. Not nearly hot enough yet, but she's a melting. Another little piece. 800 degrees. And for those that are going to give me flack about using a postal service envelope, number one, I really don't care. And number two, for how much money I spend with the post office on a monthly and yearly basis, which I am paying probably 3 or 4 postal employee salaries at this point. If they're really that pissed off, they're going to lose quite a bit of revenue if I take my business to FedEx. So, like I said, I don't really care. I don't think they'll mind me even wasting 1,000 of these if it keeps me a happy customer of theirs. And so far, I have been satisfied. There we go. Ingenuity. Bubble wrap sand casting. How about that, everybody? And looky what we got there. Not perfect, but now we do the finishing touches. I'll remove that one last in case I have to fix a screw up. And there's always going to be what's called finishing. Once the part's all done and cast, the finishing work is, you know, putting it on the grinder, polishing it up, taking off burrs and whatnot. Shoot, if this was a cake, it looks like a frickin' yummy cake. Just gonna have to put something in there so I can pull those straight out. I know I'm gonna lose that spot, that part again there. Yep. Chinese engine block does not yield a lot of aluminum. Crap. Shit. Forgot. Press too hard again. Damn. Not enough sand. Almost had it too. Do over. I'm going to cut the video out now because I'm probably boring the crap out of you. I'll start it up again when I finally can successfully make the other side. And given I don't have enough sand, who knows how long that'll be. Well, it took 5 or 6 more tries, but I finally sort of got it. Definitely not having enough sand really makes this a pain in the ass. So, I also added in the pore hole and a vent hole. Of course, you gotta let the air out. Pore hole, you gotta let the metal in. Well, we're at 1095 degrees. Let's give our aluminum a poke. Now, poking the molten aluminum is okay-ish. Stirring it, do not stir, because that introduces more oxygen, and by doing that, close the top. By introducing oxygen, of course, then it oxidizes quicker. Oxidizing quicker means you end up with more garbage and slag. There's some good aluminum in there, but I have such an unlimited supply of Chinese engine blocks. Go figure. I don't really have to worry about that. Here's a nice ingot I poured the other night because I wanted to get the aluminum out of the kiln, or out of the crucible. Don't want to store it in there. This is actually my second crucible. First one cracked. Don't know how yet. Crucible warm back up again. Let's see. I have a feeling this is going to be the worst looking one I have done yet, but I already know, at least on the smaller half, the inside of the coupler I couldn't get that to stay stuck in there. That was a hard piece to do, but I can drill it out and polish it a bit and it'll work. The idea is I just need something that works. Don't need it to look pretty. Because if I were to buy 2 of these cast iron ones, a set of these cost $60. A set of these cost me my time, a little bit of electricity. I guess I do have the kiln, but there's a lot of different stuff I want to make. This is probably going to be the most intricate thing I'll ever make. The hardest part's just getting that inside piece. And where the knuckle slides into. Because for some reason the sand does not want to come out. Start doing a little cleanup here. Now it's still going to be really hot. Just to give you a rough idea. Okay, well, maybe not that rough. There we go. Just a little pour spigot right there. And now aluminum reflects infrared. So I'm probably not even getting... Oh shit, I'm melting my meter. Yeah, that was smart. 700... I was up to 720 degrees right there. Oh yeah, it's still liquid. Oh shit, it's still glowing in there. Whew. Well, I'm going to do a little cleanup. Maybe melt a few more chunks of aluminum to make an ingot or two. And when this is ready to separate, I will start the camera back up. Alright, well, it's still hot as hell, but I would really like to go to bed. As usual, it is about 3 a.m. again. So, it should be hard enough that it's solidified. But let's do that so I can start again. Sand out of here right away. Does that stink? Also, the sooner I get it out of the sand, the less sand I waste, or at least the less petrol I waste. So it won't be burning as much out. Well, she's in there somewhere. I got something. That's all I'll say. This thing probably still weighs about 800 degrees. Well, maybe 700. Yep. 714 over at the knuckle. Wow, that looks like crap. This side looks okay. Fortunately, this is the side everybody sees. That's the side that looks like crap. And you know what? I don't even think... Alright, the top portion poured actually turned out semi-decent, despite a lot of wasted aluminum in there. That's where my riser was supposed to be. I have no idea where that disappeared to. Bottom side is atrocious. It looked like, looked like it collapsed in. No biggie. It's aluminum. Just melt it down, do it again. But that's why this is trial and error. We are learning. Educational, right? That is Fuddruckers. I feel that right through my gloves. On the floor. Well, that's it for tonight. Of course, I don't give up. I don't give up on anything. So... guess I'll try again. Well, it's Friday night. I'm going back up north tomorrow morning. I already have the one functional coupler, which will get me through another weekend of having some fun with my boys. And we'll try this again Monday night, making another one. So, good night, everyone.